Yeah, we have one of the top radio stations in the country. This is Klas Fm. This is where my friend Mr. Dwayne Anderson, the young brother, but he just got a big promotion the other day, so I can't wait to congratulate him on it.
Absolutely. You ever used to do some radio?
No, but I still thinking about it.
In association with the Powerhouse Records, presents One Love Jamaica concert at the Tony Sports Complex, Saturday, February 22. Sean Grant sitting in on this Thursday morning, having two special guests, one on my right, the other on my left, also an international photographer in the house. I have to mention that. But we have to start with the gentleman on my right. They call him Big Stone, but is none other than Mr. Sinclair. A special good morning to you, sir.
Thank you so very much for having me, Klas FM, one of the top radio stations in the country.
Mr. Hollis, special good morning to you. William, is it King Hollis?
King
William is the first name.
Yes.
But you forget about William.
Yeah, the whole world, they forgot about William.
Let's call him the King.
Yeah, King Hollis.
Gentlemen, first and foremost, the concert, One Love Jamaica concert. What is this concert all about?
Well, as you know, my country has been bleeding for quite some time. And it bothers me personally as a citizen of this country. And I think that we must get together and see how best we can work this out. So the idea of this One Nation Together, which started in 2016, is to see how best we can reach out to the communities, the wider Jamaica, because the concept of it is edu-libertainment. We educate, we liberate, and we entertain. And when we see the crime rate, especially last year, over 1,000 people, 1,400 to be exact, and then we see what is happening this year, over 200, 16 women killed, 4 children killed, then we must have this kind of a concert. It's not a peace concert because we did not create the war. It is not a unity concert because we did not create the division. But we are concerned Jamaican citizens, and we're approaching this with the power of love.
Why did you bring this upon yourself to say that I had to do this? You pointed out what's happening. Any other individual could have actually taken that approach and put on a concert, but you took it upon yourself to do that.
Well, I spent 30 years in the United States of America, and I remember listening to the inauguration speech of John F. Kennedy in 1961, and he says, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So I'm doing what I must do for my country. I'm doing my civic duty in playing my small part in collaboration with a whole lot of other people, because I couldn't do this by myself in making this happen.
This is not the first time you're keeping a concert of this nature. I think you held one back in 2016?
Yes, I did one in 2016. Then we did another one, but it falls on a Big Stone record for the charity concert for Junior Biles. Reggae icon Junior Biles. That was in 2019 at the Randy William Entertainment Center, where we saw Junior Biles suffering from mental health issues and enlarged prostate and so on. And we decided to bring it to light, and then the world followed suit, which I'm very grateful for it.
So you're just giving back?
I'm giving back to the Jamaican community. Not a rich man, but I'm rich with knowledge of the teaching of His Imperial Majesty and the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
I saw one particular thing. A person may say, boy, this man must be a rich man. I look on the admission.
Free of all charges. When we look at what is happening in Jamaica, and we say that for what Mr. King Hollis is going to bring to the table and all the other people on the posters, we cannot put a price on life. We do not want anyone within the Honor Garden community or surrounding community to say, I couldn't afford to come to this great revelation You know what I mean? So we made it free of all charges. Just bring your best behavior and come enjoy a great, powerful evening.
And what King Hollis will bring on the evening, only he alone can tell. He's in the studios right now.
I want to say good morning to the beautiful, beautiful country of Jamaica. And like I said, I'm coming, Kings, to simply remind you of who you are. To let you know that we are some of the most special entities that walk this earth. From our melanin, to our smiles, to our hair, to everything about us is royal. And I talk about it all the time. The man tried to steal our crown, tried to put us in a coma, tried to get us to forget who we were. And while we were asleep in that coma, they took our crown, they took our heritage, they took our history, and they stole it and they mixed it all up in a pot. So we'll never know and be able to identify it. But February 22nd, it's a young king. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, specifically Pontiac, Michigan. Mother was a heroin addict, passed of a heroin overdose. Father was a hitman. I feel like the ancestors and my father, they did this for me. My backstory, 4 years ago, I was homeless on the side of a Turkey Hill gas station in Philadelphia. A teacher asked me to volunteer to speak. An hour later, those kids was in tears, and 4 years later, I'm standing in Jamaica, over 300 million views on YouTube, the #1 football speech in the world, the first speaker to speak during Milan Fashion Week, and I did it with my voice, not a product, not anything. And my complete mission in life is to go around the world and simply eliminate this NIGGA mindset and put the rightful kings back in the rightful place. And you do that with the voice.
When did you realize you had that gift, though? Because 4 years ago you said that you were on the road, sitting on the road. When did you realize you had that gift to maybe bring people to tears or even to change how they behave?
Honestly, the first time I ever spoke was at my mother's funeral. So any man knows if you're standing in front of your mother, you got to get up and give words in front of that. You know, it's a hard thing to do. And I was 17, 18 years old. And when I spoke at the end of the funeral, a prophet walked up to me. It was a woman, and she said, your voice is going to change nations. And at this point, I was still a football player. I didn't understand what she meant at the time. But everything about my life, from, I thank my ancestors, I thank the Most High. Everything I got from my cars, my house, my clothes, I got it from my voice. So I know the ancestors with me. I know nobody gave this to me but the Most High. So what I did was, I thank God that He made me rich on the inside before He made me rich on the outside. That means I appreciate my brothers that's poor. I appreciate my sisters that's strung out on drugs. I got a saying that I'm gonna turn drug dealers into community leaders. I'm gonna turn drug addicted mothers back into beautiful queens. I'm gonna turn killers into security. And my main thing is get back to education, liberation, and let people know that the revolution is not dead. People were just scared to step into that place. Because to step in that place, to be a revolutionary, you got to be that type of person that looked adversity in the face and not run from it, but run towards it. And like I said, I'm 30 years old. Some of the biggest leaders in the United States watch me. Some of the biggest millionaires in the United States watch me. And that's when I realized that my royalty, I was born with it. And my job and my mission, like many others of my brothers and sisters that's gonna come along and help move our people forward. I'm coming to literally not talk to Jamaica, not preach to Jamaica, but I'm literally coming to touch your soul, not your ears, but your soul. And I just want to remind you, and like I said, I know this is what I was born to do. And anybody out there questioning what they're born to do, you know you found what you were born to do when it becomes easy to you and amazing to the world. And you can never forget that. So Jamaica, you guys are the Mecca. This is my trip to the Mecca. I think it's equivalent to Malcolm X when he went to Mecca. This is my final chapter of
Of growth?
Of growth, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, it's like, yes, it's time to go, son. You know?
No, you mentioned Malcolm X.
Yes, yes, sir.
Malcolm
Yes,
X
sir.
traveled, that was his
Yes,
final
sir.
movement of growth, actually, because he learned a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
But what else going to be happening on the evening? Well said, though, King.
Well, well, on the evening of the 22nd, or the day of the 22nd, we're having bouncy ball for the children.
What time you going to
Early,
start?
10 o'clock in the morning. The kids can be coming out to play. We have different sets of bouncy ball, which will be free to all the kids in the community and around the communities. And then in the afternoon, we'll be having, of course, the concert starts at 6 o'clock. And then there will be speeches by the Member of Parliament for the South St. Andrew constituency, Mr. Mark Golden. And I must say, Mr. Mark Golden, thank you so much, sir. He has been a pillar of strength to Big Stone Records and Powerhouse Records in making this happen. I could never, ever have done this without the help of Mr. Golden. So thank you very, very much from my heart, sir.
And some of the artists that you have labeled here?
Well, when we approach these artists, I have to big up Powerhouse Records because George Pang is the greatest. I'm telling you, Powerhouse Records
He
came
would
on board.
love for you to hear you say that. Though.
I'm telling you, I hope he's listening to this great radio station. But Powerhouse Records is another pillar of strength because I couldn't approach a Freddie McGregor. He's priceless. I couldn't approach a King Yellowman, you know what I mean? A Mikey General, a Natty King, a Fred Locks, a Paul Elliott, a Mr. Pike, you know what I mean? A Jesse Gender, you know? Horace Andy. Big Stone Records didn't have that kind of money. So when we reach out to Powerhouse, he said, just calm yourself, Big Stone, I'm going to make it happen. That's George Pang right there. So Mr. Pang, thank you so much, sir, because I could not even begin to start this without your help.
So all these, I was about to say athletes, all these performers will be there on the night and starting from 6 o'clock.
We starting from 6 o'clock, we go up until we say when.
We say when because
it's going to be a nice evening. Natty King is going to be there. It's going to be Sativa the Black One, Ever Burning Torch. It's going to be the Silver Tone. When was the last time you listened to the Silver Tone?
A long time.
Or Little Lenny. She got the gun in her. Remember that? Right.
Well,
So
I knew Little Lenny from Vineyard Town when he was attending Kingston College.
Right, he has not performed on the Jamaican stage for quite some time. An international artist, classic, you know. So I just want to say it's going to be a nice, beautiful evening. Vichan is going to be there, and Mr. Burtus and Tony Tuff. There's so much beautiful artists, and everybody wants it. I'm getting so much call. As a matter of fact, a radio station flying in from Toronto, Canada.
Really?
A lady by the name of Karen Mullins from Toronto. She loved what I do and the idea and the spirit of one love. See, this started when Bob did this 42 years ago.
Yeah.
On the April 22nd, 1978 at the National
Stadium. Right.
The difference between Bob and this One Love Jamaica concert, this is not politically motivated.
Yeah.
This is a concert for love. This is a concert for the people from our hearts, saying, please stop the bloodletting. When will this bloodletting stop?
That I don't know, but this is a move in the right direction.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I hope it doesn't stop here.
Well, we intend to take it to the 14 parishes of the country. We're not going to have Mr. King. We're not going to have Mr. King here for the 14 parish, but we're trying to make it very interesting. We call it edu-libertainment. We educate, we liberate, and we entertain. Bringing people to their senses. Stop this. Jamaica belongs to all of us. It is our country. We must learn to live. We cannot like everybody that we meet, but we must respect them at least. You know what I mean? I don't have to like you, Mr. Grant, but I must respect you for your position, for your space on this earth, and for who you are.
Is it something that you're telling me in the internet message?
No.
I'm just joking. February 22, the Tony Spalding Sports Complex comes alive with the One Love Jamaica concert. Entertainers galore will be there, and not to forget about the King Hollis, who he won't be preaching. He won't be touching souls.
No, we're touching souls.
We're touching souls.
We're going to bring it back, man. We're going to bring it back to where it needs to be. I know what's going on in Jamaica. You looking at your brother, you fighting the wrong man. You're shooting the wrong man. And how can you beef with a man that's 10 steps away from you around the corner? That's in the same struggle you in. If anything, you come together as one. A lot of us like to think that we the whole puzzle, but we only a piece. And until every single one of the leaders of Jamaica come together and put that puzzle together, you won't never see the beautiful picture that our Creator has in store for us. Just like my indigenous brothers in Australia, I love them. Just like my brothers in Ghana, my brothers in Ethiopia. God has blessed me to touch so many different brothers all around the world. But I want to tell you something, Jamaica. I want you to give Big Stone his roses while he's here, not when he's gone. Because, like I said, I charge $25,000, $30,000 every time I speak. Mm-hmm. And we did this with nothing. This is free. Like I said, Jamaica, you guys, I feel like I should have paid you guys $25,000 US dollars to be here, man, because you guys, sometimes when you somewhere, you'll get used to it and you'll think that it's not special, and everybody around the world think about Jamaica. Everybody around the world think about its aura and how special it is. It's just those other men trying to blind you and make you believe that nobody cares about you and nobody looks at you. That's because all the love that they send, they block it. They block it from you, so you never see it. The United States, we look up to you. You walk on college campuses, we see pictures of Bob Marley, Marcus Garvey in every barber shop in Atlanta, Georgia. Wow. That's how far he reached. That's how far you guys reached. That's how much we care about you. And I think it's, like I said, I'm on a journey for Kings and Queens United, and like I said, the revolution is not dead. It is just getting started. But in this case, if you kill me, the link's still gonna lock on to my other brothers. And like I said, to any racist other man that has a problem with what we about to bring to Jamaica, we accept the challenge.
And the challenge will be there on February 22.
I just want to say real quickly, big up to my daughter, Claudia Sinclair, who's in the island. She came to see her dad on stage for the very first time. It's been a struggle, Claudia. I want to big up my wife, Dormalee Sinclair, and my kids. It's been a struggle. But your dad preferred to be in Jamaica than in the United States, because I think this is where my heart lies and my job is, to help my people. I want to thank Lenny's party service for the bounce about. I want to thank TV Vibes, Allen TV Vibes, Special K. Big up yourself. Thank you for the support, and thank you, all of you, because I could not have done this without your help. Thank you so much.
Blickstone Sinclair, King Hollis on my left. Saturday, February 22, One Love Jamaica concert at the Tony Sports Complex. Admission free. Be there from the morning, 10 o'clock, bounce about. 6 o'clock in the evening will be the concert. Yellow Man will be there. Freddie McGregor will be there. King Hollis will be there. It's where everyone should be on February 22.
You're listening to Sports FM 89. Your number one sports radio station. The rhythm of the people. No one is immune to mental illness. Many are denied the benefit of the support of family and friends because of stigma and oppressive silence around mental illness. Let's put an end to the silence.
The time by the Ministry of Health is